Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Wrestling is Silly, the last Wrestling is Silly before Love Wins, our big Valentine's Day February special episode. This is the last episode before that happening next week. The go-home show, as we say in the wrestling world. This is the go-home show for Love Wins. I've never understood why it's called the go-home show, because to me, a go-home show is a show that's so bad you want to go home. I've been to a show like that. It wasn't very fun. But apparently, a go-home show, I think it comes from the term, like, you're making everybody go home excited for the next show. I think. I'm not sure. I've never actually had it explained to me. But this is the go-home show for Love Wins, the Wrestling is Silly's new February premium live event. It's premium, but it's free. I am flying solo today. Everybody give a big send your spirit bomb-esque powers of recovery to Zach, who is just not feeling it today. So I'm like I said, flying solo. But that means it's just gonna be that fun kind of disaster nonsense that you know and love from me. I would assume it was because the big event is home, so there's a final stretch before you get home. That makes sense. Like running to home plate, like in baseball, that's the place you want to be at the end. That makes a lot of sense. Maybe it is that. But yeah, the go home show is the last one before the big event. The final televised show. Okay, Zach's done a Google. Zach in recovery mode has done a Google. The final televised show before a pay-per-view event, so named because the promotion will often have no house shows in the next few days before the pay-per-view in order to give the wrestlers a chance to literally go home and rest up so that they may bring their A-game to the pay-per-view. Thank you for the lookup. Thank you for the hookup. That's a very, very WWE thing, isn't it? Because like AEW don't do house shows, so every show is a go-home show for them. But I like that. Thank you. That makes sense. Everyone can go home and rest before the big event tomorrow. Big event next week, sorry. Also, because this is the big go home, I have a lot of videos to play during the show. So if something goes wrong, and if I play the wrong video, I've got a lot to manage right now. Because I've not only got all of the stuff I usually have to manage, but also like 6 videos that I need to sprinkle out throughout the show. So if something goes wrong, please just forgive me. I'm trying my best. I'm doing all of this on my own. And even if Zach was here, Zach can't manage any of the OBS stuff because he's on a different computer in a different room. So it wouldn't even matter that he's gone. So this is a very, very, very busy show. Very, very busy show. As an example of the kind of thing that I'm going to be peppering into the show, let's no, we won't show you yet. We just won't show you yet because it's all part of the narrative. I'm weaving a narrative throughout the show. The show, which of course will culminate with the finals of the Blind Tag Tournament, the Blind Tag Team Championship Tournament, where Donkey Kong and Karl Marx will take on Kiryu and Majima, and the winner will get a tag title shot at Love Wins, which, as I said, is next week. You know what? I'm going to show you the fun little match graphic I've made for that. Let's hope it's the right video. 3, 2, 1. Oh, look at that beautiful, beautiful match graphic. That is the first announced match for Love Wins. Sonic Generations versus the Blind Tag Team Champions. That will be your headline event for this evening, the Blind Tag Tournament final. But we got a long, long way to go before that. I don't have any nonsensical news for you this week, and I don't have a Zach to bounce over absolute nonsense with. So I'm gonna get into me Ichiban Itchy Best. Speaking of Ichiban, I was like this close to just going no streams for the next 2 weeks. I just want to play Infinite Wealth every hour of every day until it's finished. But I was good, I was well behaved, and I turned the game off and actually worked on this show, and I've actually worked really fucking hard for the show. So let's get on with it, shall we? Let's get on with some fucking wrestling. We're live at the Apollo. Let's do some fucking wrestling. Our opening contest for this evening: a man trying to repair his identity versus a man who is who doesn't give a shit about his identity and just wants to fuck shit up. Ayakara, welcome to the stream. I'm sorry that you're sick. I hope you had a good time in the UK while you were here, and I'm sad that you took illness home with you. That sucks. But maybe some wrestling will help you feel better. Like I said, our opening contest, a man trying to recover his reputation versus a man who never really cared about his at all. We are talking Superman versus the Joker. I'm not entirely sure what Superman's plan for the coming weeks is. Does he want to be a good guy? Does he want to be a good guy? Does he even know himself? I mean, there's only one way to find out, isn't there? And that is, let's go down to the ring for our opening contest.
Your opening contest for this evening is scheduled for one fall with no time limit. Making his way to the ring first, from Krypton via Metropolis, weighing in at 241 pounds, the Man of Steel, Superman.
Like, he's still got this, like, he's coming out all holly jolly and delightful, but he's still got this darkness about him. He's not changed his entrance music yet. He's not added any funky lights and sounds yet. He's got a foot in both camps, and because and neither camp, he can't commit to either camp because he's like got this one foot each way. He's trying to go for the best of both worlds, and what he's achieving now is not really much of either. Maybe a match with a real bad guy that he knows in and out, like the Joker, will, kick some sense into him and make him pick a direction. But, it remains to be seen.
And his opponent from the Funhouse, weighing in at 236 pounds, the Clown Prince of Crime, the Joker.
And the Joker's a man who has sort of bounced around wrestling as silly a fair amount. He's attempted to be taken seriously. He's attempted to be a bit of a clown, a bit of a funny man. And now I think he's very much landed in this sort of taking himself seriously camp. But hey, who's to say that couldn't switch the drop of a hat? The Joker, never somebody you can predict. I don't even think he has a plan, let alone us figuring out his plan. But he's having a good time, and he's a damn fun watch. So I'll let him off just this once. Even with all that joy, there is a sinister look on that face. A look that a man like Superman and the rest of the Justice League know all too well. Gus rings the bell. Joker rolling in. Go for like classic collar and elbow tie up. Superman there with the Irish whip, with the huge leap, and beautiful sort of STO chokeslam combination there. And then the Man of Steel showing off that Kryptonian strength, that gigantic gorilla press. Superman inauthentic at the minute because he doesn't commit. Yeah, he needs to embrace one thing. Is he a good guy? Is he a bad guy? There's only one way to find out, and that is he needs to look inside himself. And beautiful fall away slam, ragdolling the Joker around, getting an early pin. Just a 1 count for the Joker, though. Again, like I said, Superman. Ooh, Tiger feint lariat, beautiful, out of absolutely nowhere. Like I say, he needs to commit to good guy or bad guy, and I think being in the ring with somebody, with a villain, with a heel that he knows, this I think will be the acid test for him. Well, going for a bear hug now. That is an old school throwback, squeezing the life out of the Joker, but the Joker with a few well-placed elbows and a thunderclap gets the escape. Rising knee, kitchen sink, taking out the Man of Steel. And now Joker maybe not resting on his laurels for too long, but Superman up on his feet. Big release suplex there, and now just stomping a hole in the chest of the Clown Prince of Crime. Joker rolling out for a little bit of an emergency break, but Superman flying over the top, taking flight and landing head first on the Joker. And when I say he's the Man of Steel, that is like a ton of steel dropping down on you. That is not something you want to... not something you want to feel colliding with you, as is the ass of the Joker collapsing onto your lungs. Oh, nice cutter there from the Joker as well. Maybe trying to pull back as much damage as he can. Rolling stunner. While they're on the outside, this is the Joker's playground. It's more of a rough and tumble atmosphere. Joker getting as much damage in as he can before returning to the ring. A clever strategy for a man who seems to just be flying by the seat of his pants. And speaking of flying, Superman returning to the fray as soon as we get in the ring. Up on the shoulder. Beautiful. Flattening the Joker. And now, I think he's preparing to take flight with that Kryptonian elbow. Beautiful. Phenomenal. Gets the cover. But still not enough to keep the Joker down. That has been his new move. This Kryptonian forearm is kind of his new thing. He's been trying a new way to end his matches, and so far it's been working pretty well. But the Joker will not be flattened by just the one, it seems. Superman, they're not taking this lying down. STO from the Joker, the rock bottom one might say, but this could be the Joker's chance. The momentum Saito suplex. Joker looking at maybe pulling something back here. Irish whip and into a spinning pile driver, tombstone pile driver at that. Gets the cover. Ooh, but just a one count for Superman. He is still full of energy. Although I will say a man who is literally charged by the sun is maybe at a slight advantage in an outdoor arena such as this. But, ripcord big boot there. Joker now, exclamation point, double foot stomps, gets the cover. But still not enough to keep the big man down. The Man of Steel is steeling himself and not giving up without a fight. And throwing the Joker into the turnbuckle, but whipping that clothesline. Oh, clothesline avoided again, and the rolling cutter by the Joker, finishing his story, one might say. All the momentum in the world right now as Superman gets flipped inside out. Joker now up on the top rope. This is a dangerous place for the Man of Steel. Big diving headbutt connects. And now Joker stomping at the back and trying to keep the Man of Steel down as he locks in that turkey dinner armbar, the hammerlock, the far wrist grabbed, and now wrenching back at that arm. Like the bot just said in the chat, if you are enjoying the show, please do hit that subscribe button, get yourself some fun new emotes and a bunch of other cool stuff too, including no ads. We love no ads. Joker up on the middle rope. He wants Superman up on his feet. Ooh. Whatever he was aiming for there, Superman just on spaghetti legs just happened to step backwards out of the blast zone. Another rolling cutter from the Joker, catching that lariat. Joker in the corner looking for something. Spear from the Joker cuts the Man of Steel in half. And before getting the cover, time for a little bit of a dance, maybe burning a little bit too much daylight. That would have been my opportunity to end it if I was him, but instead gut wrench left, gut wrench right, and that was a real show of strength from a man not usually known for his strength. Nice swinging neck breaker there. The Joker really on top of this situation. This is not something that Superman wanted. Now Joker taking a little bit of a walk on the ropes, and the double claps on the elbow drop gets the cover. And that is it. Joker with the win with that. I think he calls that the ace chemical dive. I don't know. I think he said that. Here is your winner, the Joker. incredible start to the match, to tonight's entertainment. And the Joker now cut away a little bit too fast. Look at that sinister look on his face. He is ready for something, and he is ready for something big, and that has very much taken the momentum out of Superman's sails. And I gotta say, that is not a moment where Superman needs momentum taken out of his sails, because just confirmed earlier on in this evening, Superman will be taking on...
I think you're the big hedgehog around here.
Good evening, Hannah. Welcome to the show. Superman will be taking on the new Donk's Finest along with Wonder Woman for the Love Wins Mixed Tag Championship match next week at Love Wins. So that is not something that Superman wanted to see the week before his big... his first ever team with his long-term teammate Wonder Woman, and the first ever title defense for the Mixed Tag Championships. Going into that match with a loss, not something that anybody wants. However, Superman unfortunately has to bear that brunt. But if anyone knows about bouncing back, I was about to say if anyone knows about bouncing back, it's Supes, but he's having trouble bouncing back from this whole Empire thing, so maybe this is the start of the end. For Superman and his time at the top. Moving on to our next match of the evening. If you recall, last week we were supposed to have Spider-Man and Mr. Pringle one-on-one, but it was rudely interrupted by the Spy, who has rekindled his hatred for Spider-Man. And now, making up for the fact that Mr. Pringle was robbed of his time in the spotlight last week, this week we are bringing you Spider-Man and Mr. Pringle, versus the Webmaster and the Spy. This is a revenge match for both Mr. Pringle and for Spider-Man. And the Spy just taking another opportunity to twist the knife in the back of Spider-Man just that little bit more. Bouncing back seems to be a Fight Boyfriend special right now. Yeah, Fight Boyfriends are on an absolute fucking tear this evening. You will have to wait until the main event to see the Fight Boyfriends in action this evening, however. If Superman can get some lessons on bouncing back from the Fight Boyfriends, he could be onto a winner, because they are the kings of the comeback. And let's see if Spider-Man and Mr. Pringle can also be kings of the comeback. This next match on Wrestling is Silly this evening. Shall we? I'm just checking if I've missed anything off of my list. Shall we go down to the ring for some revenge-based tag action? Let's go.
This next match is a tornado tag team match set for one fall with no time limit. Making his way to the ring first, from your snack cupboard, weighing in at 258 pounds, Mr. Pringle.
Rarely do we see Mr. Pringle in singles action. He's rarely a single Pringle, but he's finally getting back in the ring, not in singles but in tag. Not letting it get to him though. He is very much making the most of his time in the ring.
And his partner from Queens, New York, weighing in at 206 pounds, Spider-Man.
We did ask. I remember a while back there was a big puzzle. What is going on in Spider-Man's headphones as he makes his way to the ring? We did ask him, and that is why his theme music changed, because this is the very song. Isn't the Spider-Man from Brooklyn? No, he's from Queens. Why? Because that's what he wrote down on his form, and that's what I read out. This is a Spider-Man from a universe in which he is from Queens.
And their opponents first, from Queens, New York, weighing in at 180 pounds, the Webmaster.
Maybe I read out the wrong Spider-Man's location, and for that I can only apologize. But like I said, I've got a lot on today. Busy show. I've got a lot on. Busy show. Mistakes gonna happen. Wikipedia says Queens. Thank you, Zach, and thank you, Wikipedia, once again for. I just think all Spider-Mans are the same. No, I'm not a spider racist. This Spider-Man definitely not the same as the other Spider-Man. This is the Webmaster. He is evil. He said a homophobia in the ring once. We don't have time for that in this world. That's why he's a bad guy. Spider-Man on the outside of the ring, very good Spider-Man. Good boy. Would never do any wrong. You're bringing Card Says Moops. We love a bit of Card Says Moops energy.
And his partner from somewhere in Europe, weighing in at 195 pounds, the Spy.
Not used to being so out in the open as the Spy, but we insisted. No more tricks. You're going to come out. You're going to fight in tag team action. No running out from under the ring or from out in a box, or no pretending to be a crab. Nothing of that nature. Blue Bastard indeed. Remember when he was red team and he was good and all was right in the universe? He was a blue Spy all along. What an asshole. What a goddamn asshole. Yeah, we pre-warned him. No turning invisible. No putting on one of those magic masks. Whereas Red Spy, that's the thing. He was wearing a Red Spy mask this whole time. We never hired Red Spy. We only ever hired Blue Spy. But he was pretending to be Red Spy this whole time. It went deep. I had no idea. This is the true Spy. We've been together so long, I remember when you were Team Blue Spy. When I'm actually playing TF2, I am actually Blue Team, but narratively, this Blue Spy is a bastard. And Miles going straight for the Spy. Mr. Pringle swinging those big beefy arms at the Webmaster, taking him down. A lot of ground and pound. And the Spider-Man hitting the code red. Webmaster, I believe, has been bust open, and when you're wearing a mask like that, when you're wearing those luchador style masks, being bust open, that can get in the mesh behind the eyes, can totally ruin your visibility, more so than if you were just, no mask and going for it. Ooh, Webmaster, even though dazed by the punch of the Mr. Pringle, manages to catch the boot of Spider-Man. And now Spy going for the reverse waistlock, but Mr. Pringle getting the elbow up. The two Spiders fighting brutally as Spider-Man plows the head of the Webmaster into the mat. Drop kick to the back of the head. Meanwhile, Russian leg sweep from the Spy. I will not tell your principal you're watching during school hours. Welcome to the show, Jedi. I hope you're having a fantastic day. You're just in time for our second match this evening. Spider-Man going once again for the code red, this time on the Webmaster, as the Spy is helpless but just to watch. Oh, driving the head of Spidey right into his knee though. And now Blue Spy the reverse waistlock, and the waistlock takedown as Webmaster gets choked by Mr. Pringle. Gus was watching, but no DQs in tornado tag action, so big leg drop, shades of Macho Man in that leg drop. Mr. Pringle with the cover. And that was very, very close. Spy nowhere to be seen. Took the scenic route to break up the pin. Went for the Hurricane Rana, but biffed it. And Mr. Pringle angry that he got his spotlight taken from him. Oh, double leg takedown from Spy. Dropkick keeps the Webmaster down, but he gets the boots up. And, just a single knee to the head for Spider-Man from the Spy. And now, it's not quite a sleeper hold, but it was definitely taking some energy out of... And now the Hurricane Rana gets... Mr. Pringle clearly not prepared for what Spidey had in mind. He was about to do that swing 1-9, but Mr. Pringle instead going for the sort of a triangle choke there, trying to choke the Spy out. Is he going to be successful though? Webmaster just about to come to his feet, but no. Now, I've got to say, had Mr. Pringle let the swing 1-9 happen, we may be in a different position, but as it stands, super kick from Mr. Pringle though. The deadlift into just flattening Spidey, but Mr. Pringle there to make the save. Hits another STO into the triangle choke. It's kind of is it an Anaconda Vice he's locking in there? Either way, it really does constrict the neck and the breathing passages of the Webmaster. Spy knows exactly how that feels from getting in it a second ago. It helps the Webmaster get out. And now straight into a rear naked choke onto Spidey as Webmaster keeps Mr. Pringle at bay, but Spidey's got to be prepared for a choke like this. He's not able to get the grapevines in and hits the jawbreaker to release himself. But right into the awaiting more of the Webmaster. But, beautiful deadlift Liger bomb from the Webmaster. But Spidey able to kick out at 2, thankfully. And now, Webmaster going for the flying kick, but distracted. Big trip there, takes down Spidey. Early cover, just a 2 count though. Webmaster went for something, but Mr. Pringle running straight past. And now, sadly into an octopus hold from Webmaster. This does not look good for Pringle, but Pringle able to just about fight free and hit that side suplex. And now again returning to old faithful ground and pound. Mr. Pringle is an old school wrestler, come from the world of boxing, much like Matt Wii Sports, and he's much more of a striker than he is a grappler. So when he gets desperate, he just relies on punching, kicking, getting those strikes in. Big cover there from Mr. Pringle, but only a 1 count. Spider-Man just about coming to his senses, getting back to his feet. Mr. Pringle, though. I think Mr. Pringle's going for the Anaconda Vice again, but no. Webmaster shutting him down. Octopus hold attempt on Spidey now, but Pringle was waiting right there. And, brutal backbreaker. I've just been alerted that it is not, in fact, an Anaconda Vice, but an elevated triangle choke. But there's the swing 1-9 right to the face of Webmaster. And instead of opting for that springboard Hurricane Rana, he just instead goes for the grounded strikes. Spy up on his feet, wanting to get something onto Mr. Pringle. Tope Suicida there onto Mr. Pringle, but a cover on the inside. Just a 2 count, unfortunately. Again, Spy nowhere to be seen on the breakup, but he goes for the chokehold. And that is it. The dead ringer has caused Spidey to tap out. Here are your winners, Webmaster and the Spy. Not the outcome anybody wanted, but that dead ringer sleeper hold is brutal. If he can lock it in when somebody's in the wrong position, it is absolutely brutal. And unfortunately, Spidey was in the wrong position at the wrong time. So that's another win for the Webmaster and the Spy. They are really, really taking it to Spidey. I'm worried if I'm him, but I know Spidey's got a lot of friends. I know he's got friends in very high places, so he may be able to, if not call a friend in to help, maybe call a friend in to help train him. I don't know. speaking of friends in high places, we all have a friend in a very, very high place, and that is our women's world champion, Amanda the Wii Fit trainer. And she requested some time to talk to the Wrestling is Silly world about her upcoming title defense this next week at Love Wins. So let's kill that music just a moment and let's go down to the ring where Amanda is waiting to be heard from.
I am Amanda. I am the Wii Fit trainer. I am the professor of professional wrestling, the greatest technical wrestler in the women's division, in the entirety of Wrestling is Silly, and perhaps even in the world. And most importantly, I am your Wrestling is Silly Women's World Champion. And I have been watching every single women's match from backstage since acquiring this belt. I was scheduled to defend my title next week at Love Wins, and I came out here today to announce who deserves a shot at this belt. And I have decided that none of you deserve it. None of you are even close to my level. Daisy, not only have you failed once already, but then you let a jobber like Bridget get the better of you? To be so downtrodden by your defeat in mixed tag that you've run off to a whole new universe to fight in? Toph Beifong, you've all but disappeared since I took your title off you. I could go on and on. I could tell you why every single woman on this roster is unworthy, but I'll save you the time and summarise. I will not be defending my title at Love Wins, and I will not be defending my title at all until one of you in the locker room is good enough. I'll be watching, I'll be evaluating, and you need to get into good shape if you want to share the ring with the professor of professional wrestling. Limber up.
You know, I wish people would run by me what they were going to say before they said it in front of the whole crowd. So she doesn't think anybody's good enough to fight her. So I guess no women's title. Is that what she said? Oh. She didn't run that by me at all. Nobody tells me nothing here, and I'm the one that fucking runs the show. No women's world title match at Love Wins, apparently. I do apologize, but sometimes you just can't get the stuff. But what I do have to cheer you up a little bit, to try and cheer you up after hearing that no women's title defense at Love Wins. I got a letter earlier today from another one of our champions. And it was supposed to go to Zach, and he was supposed to read it out on stream, but because he's obviously not feeling up to being on the stream, I know he's in the chat, so I'll just read it out to him, and we can all live react together. You're gonna get his live reactions from in chat. Isn't that fun? That sounds great to me. So here's the letter I received earlier in the day. To the commentator known as Zach, it has come to my attention that you have been speaking ill of me, my title, and my division as of late. I understand, after all, you may say whatever you like behind your black and yellow shield known as the commentary desk. You say whatever you like, whatever will get a reaction from your adoring fans, but I will not stand for it any longer. If you do not believe that my belt and my division are worth your time, then I humbly challenge you to step away from the safety of your microphone and into my world, into the ring. Love Wins, yourself and me, for my title, for my pride, and for yours too. What will it be, commentator? Care to cash those checks you've been writing? Or will you just retreat behind your large Japanese friends as usual? The clock is ticking. Yours Darth Maul. And I'll be honest, I took a read of this earlier. This was not a blind read. I knew what was coming. And because I knew what was coming, I prepared a little something for Zach. And that is to confirm that next week at Love Wins, Darth Maul will be taking on Zach for the Wrestling is Silly Flippy Shit Championship. You've never set them on anyone, but you do hide behind them a lot. I have seen you hide behind them a lot. Maybe it's because they're 6'1" and you're not, so you look like you're hiding, but you've never set them on anyone. But you'd better get training, because again, Zach is going to be making his in-ring debut next week at Love Wins against Darth Maul for the Wrestling is Silly Flippy Shit Division Championship. That is going to be such a fun match. That is going to be an incredible match. Do not miss out on that and every other thing we've announced this week at Love Wins. As if I just happened to be standing behind someone that is unrelated. Like I said, they're very tall. You're not as tall. It looks like you're hiding. But also, he was just trash talking you. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Speaking of very fun matches, our next bout is... Oh, it's going to be a good time. Mayor Pauline has been slowly climbing up the ranks to assert her dominance in the hardcore title picture. And the hardcore champion Wonder Woman has had enough. She has said that she's going to defend herself. And she's going to defend her title. And she doesn't even want to wait until Love Wins. She's got another title to get at Love Wins. She's got Pauline's other title to get at Love Wins. So, this week, they're going to be fighting for one title. Next week, they're going to be fighting for another. This week, Pauline versus Wonder Woman for the Hardcore Championship. It's going to be incredible. Give me a moment. The game just crashed. So give me just a moment to reboot it. But yes, Pauline and Wonder Woman has noticed Pauline, slowly crawling up the table, defeating all of the other hardcore title holders. Again, she thought that she deserved a spot, a place. Well, she did. She had a place in the original hardcore, the sort of 5-way hardcore title match. She had to tag out halfway through she had to tag out the week before, because she was in the mixed tag final, so she was replaced by Harley Quinn. So she's never had, in her opinion, she's never had a fair shot at getting the title in the first place, which I kind of understand where she's coming from. And she's definitely, she's beaten basically every other woman that's had the title in either hardcore or singles action. So I thought she deserved the title match. Wonder Woman clearly agreed. And now, provided we can get the fucking game booted back up, we can all watch the match. But it's been a bit of a dingus right now. This is not what I wanted to happen. Come on. We're one match before halftime. You can do this. You can do this. You can do this, WWE. They're pushing me to like pre-order 2K24 already, and I'm having to think like, are we gonna do the changeover and upgrade to 24, or are we gonna stick with 23 for a little bit? I'm unsure at the minute. There's some new cool stuff in 24 that I quite like. Quite like the idea of a fair amount of it, but DA, welcome back to the show. We're just having a little bit of technical difficulties, you know how it is. But yeah, like there's some fun new things in 24 that I would quite like to play with, but it's a lot of effort. It's going to be a lot of effort to. Would it be safe to make sure its bugs dealt with first? Yes. Boycott. Yes. I would love to boycott until they give us mixed matches, for real. The mixed matches are like, okay, here's the thing, like AEW Fight Forever has mixed matches fresh out the box. The problem with that game is it's bad, and what's worse is the creator wrestler is even worse. So I can't really do Wrestling is Silly on Fight Forever because the creator wrestler isn't good enough to make half the roster. Could never get an Unthinkable Horse into Fight Forever. But that has mixed matches. That had mixed matches out of the box. So what's we can't make half the monstrosities or even the normal people. But yeah, I will probably check to see if the bugs are dealt with, if it's like stable out the box, because 2K20 garbage out the box, 22 kind of garbage out the box, 23 was decent, but the track record isn't great. I've got the game back up now, so yeah, let's go down to the ring, shall we? I've completely lost my train of thought though.
This next match is for the Wrestling is Silly Hardcore Championship. There are no rules, no disqualifications, and no ring outs.
Pauline coming out in her mixed tag title belt. She knows she's fighting Wonder Woman for it next week. So if she can walk out here with both belts, that puts her in a very, very powerful position going into next week. But again, if Wonder Woman can maintain a title this week and then take Pauline's title next week, these two are destined for this. This is a rival that's destined to be bathed in blood, as they say. And here comes the champion Wonder Woman with a real groove in her step this evening. This is, I believe, her first ever title defense of the Wrestling Silly Hardcore Championship. And she is pumped up. She is ready to go. She is full of beans, as they say. Who's they? Some one guy. Yeah, she's getting that belt has done wonders for her confidence. Pun definitely intended. She is owning this. Hardcore title right now. It's you. You're the they. You say full of beans.
And first, the challenger from New Donk City, weighing in at 136 pounds, Mayor Pauline. And the champion from Amazonia, weighing in at 163 pounds, Wonder Woman. Your referee, Gus.
Very graciously handing over that title to to Gus, our senior official. We love Gus. Gus is returned to where he belongs, in his zebra stripes. Once again, this is a hardcore match. No ring outs, no disqualifications, no rules, and Pauline sent careening down to earth like a meteor with that bounce off from Wonder Woman. His weenie champ era is over. He's back in the zebra stripes. I think he's done proving that he's a hard man, and now he's happy. He's happy reffing now. He's finished his story in the right amount of time that it takes, and handed off the title to a worthy champion. But Pauline really giving it to Wonder Woman. in the early stages of the match, and she has won all of her bouts to get to this point by not using any hardcore rules. So she knows she doesn't need to resort to the tables, the ladders, the chairs, the hockey sticks that are all hidden under that ring. But if she could do all this without those things, imagine what she can do when she can take advantage of them all. She beat Harley Quinn, she beat She-Ra, all without the use of weapons. Early cover their attempt from Pauline. Just a 1 count though. Wonder Woman, very much a woman of her word. Not going down without a fight. But Pauline giving her that fight. You can see the huge height difference between the two women, not deterring Pauline for a second. But again, with a taller fighter like Wonder Woman, she's got not only the extra reach but the extra leverage on all of the throws, the grapples, and things like that perfectly placed drop kick. She can be that extra half step away and still manage to get the drop kick in. Neck breaker though by Pauline, and on Pauline's side being a smaller combat and gives you that advantage as well with the sort of the explosivity and like suplexes, things like that. You can get your hips under your opponent that much easier, which is imperative to a good suplex. Let's see if she can pull it off at some point during this match, even after having her ribs colliding with that steel barricade. Wonder Woman getting in her face now, telling her she doesn't deserve to be hardcore champion. But Pauline giving as good as she gets, throwing Wonder Woman right back into the barricade, but Wonder Woman 1 step ahead. And now going for the abdominal stretch, really wrenching out the torso, the ribs and the shoulder of Pauline. But Pauline goes swinging with those fists and up on the shoulders into a beautiful tiaras, almost colliding with those steel stairs, but narrowly avoiding it. Wonder Woman throwing Pauline back into the ring and dragging her, trying to drag her away from those ropes, just in case of a rope break. But in hardcore rules, there is no rope break, so I don't know what was going through her head. Champ should know better. Yeah, it does. Yeah, Pauline definitely had a bit of a wake-up call early. She thought she could meander through this match the way she meandered through her last 2, but that's not how things work when you're against the champ. She's up on top. Maya Rampage connects, driving the head of the champ into the mat, and then following up with that low drop kick to the right to the temples, to the side of the head, which that'll daze Wonder Woman. That'll affect her vision. That'll affect her thinking. Now Pauline rushing over to the top rope, the high rent district, big elbow drop. Wonder Woman, the champ, having to pull herself up by those ropes into the corner. Oh, maybe not. Maybe just playing possum for Pauline though, and it worked. Pauline though popping right back up to her feet. And there we go. That snap suplex. You see, with the lower center of gravity, she could pop her hips under that much quicker, that much easier to get the bigger opponent over the top. Oh, Wonder Woman though with the flying boot taking Pauline down, and now just a big series of strikes, and big boot whiffs. Pauline, can she take advantage of this situation? She goes and puts Wonder Woman over on the ropes and stomps right on the titty. God damn. And now Wonder Woman with the boots up, pushing Pauline away. Again, neither woman has gone for the weaponry yet. Pauline showing a great feat of strength up on the shoulders, guillotining the champ off that top rope. We say rope, those are steel cables wrapped in duct tape. That is not something you want to collide with neck first. Wonder Woman though using her hardcore champ knowledge, looking under the ring, grabbing a table. Now it's a hardcore match, biffing Pauline over the head with the table, opting not to set it up. We covered this a couple of weeks ago. If you get the table, brilliant show strength there by Wonder Woman, delayed vertical suplex. Pauline's ankles collide with the apron, the hardest part of the ring, on the way down. Yeah, we covered this a few weeks ago. If you set up the table, you are destined to go through that table. So as much as Wonder Woman may want to put Pauline through, maybe taking it out and leaving it to bait Pauline in, but now Pauline on the ropes, lariat from Wonder Woman, and opting not to follow it up with anything big, nothing flashy, just a repeated stomps to the chest, to the face, and there, returning fire with the low drop kick from earlier. Now grabbing her by the neck and just, throwing her across the ring like a freaking lawn dart. And Irish whip there from Pauline. Big boot gets the cover. The Amazonian kick seals the deal.
Here is your winner and still hardcore champion, Wonder Woman.
A little bit fired up from that match, but can you blame her? It was a rough and tough match. Pauline very much taking Wonder Woman to the edge of her limits, but Wonder Woman, the champ, very much coming out on top. She was eager and desperate to maintain that title. That was one hell of a match to bring us to the halfway point. We're going to take a very, very brief 3-minute break. So in the meantime, please do refill your glasses, empty your bladders, go for the quickest run around the block as you can. We will be back in 3 minutes time. And in that meantime, who is that Pokemon?
Who's that Pokemon?
Wrestling is silly. Did you get the Pokemon right? It was Lairon. Honestly, I thought it was Rhyhorn, so that really shows me for the buffoon that I am. Welcome back to Wrestling is Silly. Did you have a good break? I'll be honest, I sat here and looked at blue sky. I didn't even go for a wee. So that really shows me what for. We are continuing right on with the Go Home Wrestling is Silly before Love Wins. It is going to be one hell of a second half of the show. It is jam-packed with all sorts of really fun and groovy stuff. This first match... do I have a prediction to maintain? I probably have a prediction to maintain. I didn't do a prediction for the last match. Oops. This next bout is once again colliding two factions that are kind of destined to sort of do this forever. The Springfield Sports Center and the Fight Boy Friends and Ichiban and this former Yakuza conglomerate that they've got. Bob Belcher has been not so quietly making a run for the Twitch title, and this evening to as a maybe a little whetting of the appetite before if that eventual match does happen, Ichiban has decided to take on the biggest man in the Springfield Sports Center, and that is Homer Simpson. Now, Ichiban is always a man that is punching above his weight. Might be a bit of a rude way to say it, but he is not afraid to just pick on the biggest man and go, "Oi, you, let's fight." It's done him some favors in the past. It's what got him in the door in the first place. But I don't know how well this is going to go for the Twitch champion, because Homer and Ichiban have only really collided in Blood and Guts in the past, so it's not really like he has much experience of fighting with Homer. This is a singles environment. It's very different to a Blood and Guts atmosphere, but only time will tell. Homer Simpson, Kasuga Ichiban. Let's go down to the ring, shall we?
This next match is scheduled for one fall with no time limit. Making his way to the ring first, from a soap landing Kamurocho, Tokyo, weighing in at 269 pounds, he is the Wrestling is Silly Twitch champion, Kasuga Ichiban.
Heart says Ichiban, head says Homer. I mean, Homer's a heavy hitter. He's a big, beefy boy. But Ichiban knows how to... He's taken a lot of hits in the past, and he knows how to deliver them just as well. He's Twitch champ for a reason. He's had quite a lengthy reign with that title. I think he could take it.
And his opponent being accompanied by Bob Belcher from Evergreen Terrace, Springfield, fighting out of the Springfield Sports Center, weighing in at 285 pounds, Homer Simpson.
Homer and Bob, they're both sporting their Springfield Sports Center branded goods, and if you would like to join them in joining the Springfield Sports Center, you can go to my Ko-fi page, !Ko-fi, to get the link to that. You can buy yourself a Springfield Sports Center shirt or hoodie. I'm working on the aprons. I want a Springfield Sports Center apron. Ask Zach how comfy the hoodies are. They're lovely. Bob, they're coming out to accompany Homer to the match this evening. Maybe out of protection, or just these guys roll as a team, or to get an eye on Ichiban, to get more info on how this man fights. Gus again rings the bell. Ichiban coming in, fighting with that flurry of strikes now up on the shoulders, hitting the Death Valley driver out fresh out the gate. Ichiban is not fucking around. Single forearm strike takes down Homer Simpson. He is not an easy tree to fell, so this is a meaningful takedown. Big elbow drop from Ichiban. He is firing off all cylinders fresh out the gate, but he knows enough about the Sports Center. They can run you over if you're not running at full speed. Homer then rolling to the outside to try and regain his breath, but Ichiban right on top of him, returning him to the ring. Bob Belcher making the smart move to not intervene. Didn't want to cost his compadre the match. Flying forearm out of the springboard. Homer yet to get a single piece of offense in this match. Up on his feet now. Homer must have heard me. Dragging Ichiban over to those ropes. Irish whip into the opposing ropes. Does miss times the duck though. That rolling discus forearm. Early cover from Ichiban. Just a 1 count. Homer may not be getting the offense in, but that doesn't mean he's taking the match lying down. He again grabs Ichiban by the afro, tries to take him to the ropes again, but Ichiban 1 step ahead this time. And lifting him up and brain buster, sheer drop brain buster. And we know Homer's got that slightly thicker skull, so that brain buster might not be as effective, but Blue Thunder bombs definitely are. You're really giving it to the Springfield Sports Center now. This is a rare off day for Homer Simpson. Usually puts up more of a fight than this. Ichiban with a sleep and ducks under the lariat attempt. And again with a picture perfect German suplex. And beautiful belly to back suplex. Ichiban, such a talented, a prodigy of wrestling grapples, wrestling throws. He could write a master's thesis on that German suplex, but the critical hit knee strike. Wow. Textbook. Here is your winner, Kasuga Ichiban. That was absolutely textbook victory for our boy Kasuga Ichiban. And okay, maybe he can't write, but he could verbally give you a thesis of a German suplex. He could. There's a thing. They call that something. Ichiban absolutely dominating Homer Simpson on the eve of what will be a big title defense, because it has been confirmed Ichiban is taking on Bob Belcher for that Twitch title next week. Ichiban going into the main event with a win, and that is going to put Bob in a very particular situation. Will he be able to do what his mentor Homer Simpson could not, and take down the hero of Yokohama? Only time will tell, and you will have to tune in next week to find out how that and everything else that we have to announce shakes out. Yeah, Ichiban has many meaningful qualifications from Unabata Vocational School. He can definitely write. He can definitely read. We know that much. Moving swiftly on to how literate is Kasuga Ichiban. Let's go back to the women's division, shall we? It was a great match last time. It's always a great match. It's always a great match in the women's division. And last week we saw the blossoming partnership, shall we say, of Misty and Ursula. Misty unsuccessful in the ring, but Ursula has said, basically, step aside, let Mama handle it. This week, Ursula, with Misty in her corner, will be taking on former Wrestling is Silly Women's World Champion 2B. This is going to be one hell of a hard-hitting match, and Misty with a lot to learn in Ursula's corner. I think this is going to be a fantastic match. Yes, there were multiple choices, but that means he can read. I can't confirm whether or not he can write. That one, I'm still unsure. But women's division, Ursula, Misty, 2B. I'm real excited for this. I think it's going to be a fantastic match. And can you feel the chemistry between these two women? I think it's going to be great.
This next match is scheduled for one fall with no time limit. Making her way to the ring first, accompanied by Misty from deep below the seas, weighing in at 351 pounds, Ursula.
Now, it's rare that we see Ursula come into the ring without Cruella de Vil. It's very rare that we see Ursula come into the ring without Cruella de Vil. But she's got a protege on her side this time. She's got Misty in her corner. Hopefully this match will last a little bit longer than Ichiban versus Homer did, because, oh boy, I think Homer might have only paid for a little bit of parking.
And her opponent from the moon, weighing in at 328 pounds, 2B.
I've not seen a lot from 2B. She was called out directly by Wii Fit Trainer earlier this evening for disappearing to a whole new universe to fight in. But here she is in the ring, proving that she still has fight in her yet. First ever Wrestling is Silly Women's World Champion. She carried the division on her back for a while, but now she's got to prove that she still got it. Referee Freya rings the bell. Ooh, Ursula with the quick takedown early on. Men's 46 went off his life prison. That's very true. That's very true. RGG, right protagonist that doesn't spend 20 years in prison challenge. Oh, big knee strikes there from 2B, taking Ursula down. Again, 2B far smaller in both height and strength. She's got to use her speed to her advantage to try and get the win over Ursula. Getting a quick cover. Now that cover may seem like it came out of nowhere, but sometimes if you just grab a pinfall, you can take your opponent by surprise, get the 3 count. If they're not like physically prepared to kick out, then you can catch them by surprise. All you need to do is catch them by surprise, catch them off guard for 3 seconds, and that's the win. Oh, neckbreaker attempt by 2B, reversed by Ursula into a neckbreaker of her own. Ooh, but just as she was showboating for the crowd, vamping for the crowd, a chop block takes her back to size, and the neckbreaker from 2B finally hits. The contractor of Dojima. Oh, knee to the side of the head from 2B. And now she grabs the arm, wrenches it all the way around. Oh, I hate that every single time. Arms aren't meant to go that way around. I told you. Told you twice. 2B though up on the top rope. Ursula rolling away. Big splash. Catches just the head of Ursula, sending her ping-ponging off the mat. That was a brutal splash from 2B. And then grabbing the armbar to try and just wrench it out. She brings it to her feet, but Ursula one step ahead with the gut punch and the spine buster. Beautiful spine buster from Ursula. Gets the cover. Just a 1 count though. Ooh, spinning back kick into the Naruto run. And the flattening leg drop from 2B. Gets the cover. Ursula is sliding over to that rope to grab the break. And now, forearm to the head from 2B. She's not taking this Ursula fight lying down. And now, into the late game spoilers. That rear naked chokehold. This could be terrible for Ursula. She's flailing real hard, trying to get an opening, trying to loosen her grip, but she's just able to grab it. And now Ursula just sending 2B back to the deep with that, just dunking her. And now up onto the shoulder. This does not look good. Oh no, she's trying that real unorthodox submission hold. It's like kind of like an inverted bear hug, just wrenching at the ribs. 2B though able to slip free. But no, right back onto the shoulders, into the Davy Jones spinebuster. Gets the cover. Oh, and a very, very near fall. Back breaker for Ursula. That was very, very close. Ursula could have had a win over the first ever women's world champion, but she's up on the top rope. She wants to be on her feet. This could be disastrous for 2B. No, Ursula just playing games instead. Ursula with a big Irish whip. 2B, they're stopping all momentum in her tracks, hitting the jawbreaker. Ursula completely no-selling it though. Real back and forth from these two athletes. Ursula careening into the corner. Big hip attack right to the face. As Ursula just dazed onto the ground. Another return to the armbar. If she can neutralize those arms, that takes all of Ursula's throwing strength out from underneath her, and that is what she relies on against these smaller foes. That return to Atlantis powerbomb is something she relies on a lot. In neutralize the arms, she can't get the grip. It's Ursula though instead going for the striking game instead. And spinning leg drop, shades of RVD there with that leg drop. And now 2B going outside for the getting a breath back. Ursula following her from up above, cross body. 2B there with the boot up. Every time Ursula gets a little bit of a gain in momentum, 2B fires back just as fast. These two putting on a hell of a match. And now Ursula colliding with the steel barricades, and then once again into the barricade with that fake out Irish whip. 2B using everything she can to try and get an advantage over her larger, stronger opponent. German suplex onto the outside. Misty watching, seeing. Ursula told her to sit back and learn. I don't know what she can learn by having the former champ taking her apart like this. 2B on the top rope. The elbow drop, empty pool. Ursula firing back, forearm strikes. 2B they're retreating back to the outside. Ursula taking the opportunity to vamp. Too quick for 2B to get an opportunity though. Snapmare from 2B into the spinning cyclone kick. And then just slamming Ursula into the ground. And she's going for it again. She's going for once again the late game spoilers that eradicate, exterminate a sleeper hold. But Ursula again one step ahead, just wrenching the arms of 2B wide open for the escape. And there's the spine buster, hooks the legs. Wow. And that is the victory for Ursula. Here is your winner, Ursula. You never underestimate your opponent. A great lesson that both these women have learned in this match. Both women putting up one hell of a fight, but only one could come out on top. And that one was Ursula. Once again, 2B put up one hell of a fight though. One hell of a fight did our pal 2B. Before we move on to our main event for this evening, and a couple of things I need to play before the main event, I'm gonna do the end of show plugs now before I forget. If you have enjoyed the show, there are many ways that you can help us out. Easiest way to follow, tell a friend, and keep watching. Those are all free ways. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. That's another way you can help out the show. !YouTube for a link to that. The other ways you can help out the show, if you've got a bit of money, you can sub, you can gift subs, you can give bits. It's been a bit of a quick show this evening. It tends to be a quick show when I'm on my own, but people have whizzed along. Ichiban Homer went real quick. We're nearly at the main event already, but again, a couple of things to do beforehand. Again, if you've got a bit of spare cash, subbing, bits, gifting subs, those are all ways that you can help out. But if you want a way to help out that doesn't involve Jeff Bezos taking half of your money, because he has enough money, he doesn't need your money, the best way to do that is to go to the Ko-fi account, kofi.com/wrestlingissilly, where you can support us in many, many ways. You can give us a one-off donation, you can give us a monthly donation. We've got monthly tiers ranging from $2 to $20 to £20 every month. We've also got a gift shop there where you can get all of your Wrestling is Silly and generic silly wrestling shirts. At the higher tiers in the membership, you can do things like be on the show. You can be put into Wrestling is Silly to either accompany one of your favorite wrestlers in a big match, do a run-in, your choice. We've got a book a Twitch title match tier. We've got a get a shout out tier. Big shout out to our current £20 a month It's Getting Silly tier donor, Aya, Kara, and everybody else in the VR chat watch parties. Thank you for everything you've done for the channel. But yeah, those are the ways you can help out that involve a little bit of cash. If we do make it to £100 a month on the Ko-fi, we will launch Wrestling is Silly Punchline, a brand new YouTube show over on youtube.com/@wrestlingissilly. A 1-hour show every single Saturday with more matches, chats with folks that help make Wrestling is Silly happen, recaps of ongoing feuds. It's going to be a real fun time. That will happen once we hit £100 on the Ko-fi. We are currently 1/4 of the way there, but we're trucking on. And yeah, that's all me pre-plugs. So let's get into main event time. But before we actually go to the main event, I've got another thing I need to show you. I've taken the music down. You may have noticed I've taken the music down. And that's because I got another video to show you. This was a video captured of the two of the 4 people in the main event, the Fight Boyfriends. Let's see what they had to say.
Oh.
Кирите!
Nani?
We are so back. And yes, Majima did actually clear it with me this time. And your main event for love wins. Kiryu versus Majima for the Wrestling is Silly Men's World Championship. But before we get to that, they have another obstacle before them. The Wrestling is Silly Blind Tag Team Tournament. It's all very gay. We all love it. I had so much fun putting that together. The boys are back, but they've got one more obstacle to face, and that is a big monkey and a big communist. in tag team action. If they win this and they go into Love Wins with not one, but 2 title matches on the line. They open the show against Sonic Generations. They close the show against each other. Love Wins Love Wins at Love Wins, what can we say? But your headline, your main event for tonight is the final of the Blind Tag Tournament. Fight Boyfriends versus Don Capital for the Blind Tag Tournament. It has come to this, and it is all culminating now. Let's go down to the Big Monkey and a Big Communist. We got to it in the end. Wrestling is Silly. Your main event tonight is a blind tag tournament final. Making their way to the ring first, from the heart of the workers, weighing in at 210 pounds, he is one half of Don Capital, Karl Marx. Now, I know I don't want to seem too biased, but we do all have the team we want to win, but we cannot deny that Don Capital have put up a hell of a fight to get here. And his partner from Congo Jungle, weighing in at 562 pounds, Donkey Kong. Like, take a look at the spread. They fought some valiant teams. They put on one hell of a fight. It was a real upset, I believe, in round 1 when they fought against. Let me just take another look at the. The spread here. The Unthinkable Rabbit and Garfield, Ichiban and Sub-Zero. Those were 2 valiant teams that they fought to get to this point. So, even though we know the people we want to win, you got to give it up to Don Capital for putting together a hell of a run to get to this point. Doncaster. I do not. Okay, maybe you do not. Maybe you did not. And their opponents first. He is from Kamurocho, Tokyo, Japan. He is the Wrestling is Silly Men's World Champion. He is the Dragon of Dojima, Kiryu Kazuma, and his partner also from Kamurocho, Tokyo. He is the men's smiley case holder. He is the Mad Dog of Shimano, Majima Goro. Fight, boyfriends. It's happening. It's all go. They're here. Will history be made here? Will Kiryu get his shot to be the first ever double belt holder in Wrestling is Silly? Will the Fight Boyfriends rekindle not only their love, but their winning streak? Here we go. It's main event time here on Wrestling is Silly. Freya rings the bell. Majima and Donkey Kong have a storied history against one another. Donkey Kong, the only man ever to make Majima tap out. So it's no surprise that they went straight for each other. And a beautiful Hurricane Rana there from Karl Marx, taking down Kiryu. Oh, and descending the knee onto the arm of Kiryu, but Donkey Kong taken down with a surprise lariat out of nowhere from Majima. Majima far smaller than Donkey Kong, so lariats like that usually not able to take him down. And now Majima using that expertise of the human body to get DK down to the ground with that perfect wrist control. Kiryu and Majima expertly swapping opponents' waistlock into the rising knee. Snap power slam from Majima. Quick cover, just a 1 count though. Phoenix splash from Kiryu out the corner.
Donkey Kong tried to roll away, but he couldn't get enough distance in time. Rising Enziguri there for Majima. Ooh, Tierras. Donkey Kong with a big boot on Freya. That has got to be some... That is some foul play there from Donkey Kong. He's now up on the top rope. Freya down for the count. Nobody can see... Anybody can get up to anything right now. Hurricane Rana from Majima straight into the waiting arms of Kiryu, flattening, dunking Majima. Beautiful Northern Light suplex there from... Ooh, Karl Marx dodging the high kick, the high roundhouse kick. I'm amazed that Freya hasn't disqualified Donkey Kong for that. That was a targeted big boot to the face, but we gotta take our ref's words. Code breaker from Karl Marx. Half and half though from Majima, returning the favor. DK throwing the monkey throws the dragon into the turnbuckle, but into the pop-up Hurricane Rana there, but the spinning Tornado Tiaras takes down Kiryu. This is a very, very even match right now. X Factor from Karl Marx, flattening Majima, but he pops right back up, and the Fight Boy friends always having each other's back. Big running knee strike, absolutely flattening Karl Marx. He looks like he's on a different planet right now. But into the awaiting arms of Majima with that toe and ankle lock. Rising knee into the Poison Rana. The big monkey taken down by the legendary dragon. And now both men turning their attention onto Karl Marx. Oh, Majima surprised by a waist lock from Donkey Kong. And the solo pounce, the People's Revolution from Karl Marx. Karl with the cover. Kiryu, though, kicks out just in the nick of time. Majima was too dazed to help him out, unfortunately. But now on the outside, DK and Majima exchanging blows. The beast mode driver, though, on the inside. Kiryu gets the cover. Freya doesn't know what to do with herself. And there it is. Here are your winners, and going to Love Wins with a tag team title shot. Fight Boyfriends. They did it. They did it. Incredible. Incredible. That is the end of Wrestling is Silly for this week. But do not forget, we have Wrestling is Silly Love Wins next week, and you do not want to miss any of what is going to happen. Do you want a full rundown of the card? Let's have a full rundown of the card, shall we? Sonic Generations will be taking on, as we now know, the Fight Boyfriends for the Wrestling is Silly Tag Team Championships. The Mixed Tag Championship, Super Wonder taking on New Donk's Finest. Twice, for some reason, that shouldn't have happened. Donkey Kong and his mystery partner will finally clash with Cool Kids in a tornado tag match. We've got Zack versus Darth Maul for the Fifth Shit Championship, and just announced Kiryu and Majima for the Wrestling is Silly Men's World Championship. That plus Twitch title action, Ichiban versus Bob Belcher, and the 6-woman ladder match for the Smiley Case. All of that next week at Wrestling is Silly Love Wins. You do not want to miss it. It is going to be incredible. The Fight Boyfriends did it. Gay love wins at Wrestling is Silly Love Wins. I'm so happy that they won. I'm so happy that things finally went the way I planned. I can tell the story I want to tell. It's going to be incredible. Yes, I'm very happy. I'm very, very happy. Have you had a good show? I've had a good show. A little bit shorter than usual. We've gone a little bit under, but there was a lot of promos, a lot of story stuff, not as many matches as usual. We made it work. It's all good. Don't worry about it. I'm looking for somebody to raid into at the minute. Shall we? Who should we talk to? Who should we go say hi to? Let's say
Homer and Bob went super short for some reason. Sorry, not Homer. Bob. Ichiban and Homer went super short for some reason. They just Ichiban was like, no, not fucking around with this. I'm done. None of this bullshit. It's to be fair, yeah. Zach didn't. Well, yeah, I didn't have Zach here, so we couldn't talk bollocks for 20 minutes. But I enjoy the bollocks talking for 20 minutes. It's a good time. I would raid into Iggy Mid, who's playing Infinite Wealth, but I don't want anyone to get story spoilers for Infinite Wealth. So Zach is the show's content filler. No, it's not just filler. Filler makes it sound bad. It's good content. It's a nice, easy chat before the show starts. It's our nice all killer, no filler, valuable filler. Well done for the 91% of you that voted for the Fight with Friends. 9% of you voted for Don Cavatal. What is wrong with you? The 9% of you get out. I kid. You're allowed to stay. Just this once. That is true. If we opened the show with 20 minutes of bad content, people would stop watching. So they must vibe with the 20 minutes of nonsense, because it's a real good filter for people that aren't going to like the show. If they bounce off the 20 minutes of absolute bollocks, they're just not going to like what we're doing at all. So yeah, that's about fair. MJ's playing Death Stranding, and I'm going to raid into MJ because Death Stranding is... she's wrapping up. I think she's wrapping up because she's on credits, so maybe not. I just put something... Okay, you put something in for everybody else to win. That's okay. I will allow this. I will allow you to just put something in for everybody else to win. That's fine. How do we fancy raiding into somebody playing Yakuza 0, because we just did a big Yakuza 0 main event? That sounds good to me. I'm just looking for, because last time we did this, we found Tiny T, who is a member of the community now on the Discord server. Which, by the way, if you're not in the Discord server, then you should join the Discord server, because I'm just about to start. I'm going to start doing the Bookington Arms pub quiz again over on the Discord server. If you're a fan of stupid quizzes, come to the Discord server. It's very, very good. And yeah, it's a good time to be had by all. Am I just advertising the game now? A little bit. I'm a little bit advertising the game now, but I like the game and everybody should play it, so shush. Let's raid into Rini Lapin, who is playing Yakuza 0 blind, so no spoilers. Nobody's allowed any spoilers. Yeah, you can currently buy Yakuza 1 through 6 for under 50 quid. And this is an ad. Go buy those games because they're great. Rina Lapin has 2 viewers doing a blind playthrough of Yakuza 0. Everyone go say hello. Everyone go be kind. Even if you just drop in the raid message and run away, that would be fine. I would prefer you not do that this time because it's a cool small channel. So we will be back next time for Wrestling a Silly Love Wins, our brand new February event. And in the meantime, enjoy Rina Lapin. And book a near book afar wherever the book you are. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Please do join us in the Discord server for more fun. Buy our gay little pins at nerdyqueer.com, and I will catch you in the next stream. Love you, bye.